Welcome to the Iyer Achiever Expert Series with your host, Ram Iyer.
Well, when you look at somebody who's an entrepreneur, what is the measure of success? So you say Ed Roberts is a successful entrepreneur. How do you measure Ed's success?
So the fallacy to me is, how much money do you create? How much are you worth? I don't consider that a great entrepreneur. I shouldn't say that is not a useless measure, but it's not. I know a lot of people who've made a lot of money who I don't consider entrepreneurial. I think it has to do with impact. I believe you can be an entrepreneur in a large organization and an enormous success, not even be a founder of a company. Mm-hmm. Like, fragile, you change things around. I look at Satya at Microsoft. What an incredible job. This is one of the great entrepreneurs of our generation. I don't know if you followed that story. Mm-hmm. And he has turned it around. I think about Sanjay Sarma, an entrepreneur in academia, right? Mm-hmm. Think of all the people he's impacted.
Yeah. See, but one thing is, while money by itself is not the only measure of entrepreneurial success, people who fail to have what I call it reductionist thinking. Yeah. You need to be able to take whatever action you do and boil it down to dollars and cents, because otherwise, one, you don't have a customer, you don't have a viable customer, and most importantly, you don't have a viable enterprise, and therefore, it's meaningless to say I'm an entrepreneur because you're the head of nothing.
Yeah, no, exactly. Look, we live, if it's not sustainable, you can't have impact, right? A body without oxygen ceases to exist. A organization without cash ceases to exist.
Correct.
Body, it will not do any good for anybody.
Correct, but that oxygen for a venture is money.
That's right, it's cash.
Yeah, many people end up starting ventures, and I call them hobbyists. Yeah. They just start one company after another company after another company. They have new business cards saying, Ram Iyer, CEO of the ABC company, and then it's the XYZ company, and then it's something else. It's like, Ram, what did you do? Well, I started 5 companies.
Yeah, no, see, I just do not buy that. And when, to be perfectly honest, when someone comes up to me and says, I'm a founder of 14 companies, I'm like, well, that means you're not a great entrepreneur, because that's what you have. Look, it's very, very hard to create a scalable, great company. And it takes years to do that. And I think this is one of the challenges that today is everything's moving so fast that people think I only need to work at a company for 4 years and then I'm going to flip it.
Yeah.
It's a long time to build a great, iconic company.
Yeah.
One of my students, Freddie Karras, and this is, he started a company called Okta. It's like a 12-year overnight success. It's one of the great success stories of our time. It's, I think, a $40 billion company now. But he had to think long term. He had to be committed. One of the great basketball minds of all time is Red Auerbach. Mm-hmm. His teams won, in 13 years, they won 11 championships. Yeah. People are always saying, well, what's the key, Red? What's the key? What is your offense? Tell us what's the key. He said, a year is not a long time. He said, but what's the key? A year is not a long time. But I don't get it. Is this some sort of Zen thing? No, a year is not a long time. I think long term, and other people are thinking short term. Long term, and I say a year is not a long time. I will eventually win, and I'll win on a sustained basis. But if you're constantly reacting to other things, not thinking long term, you will not.
Thank you for listening to the Iyer Achiever Expert Series with your host, Ram Iyer. We'll bring you thought-provoking and practical conversations to help you become better, smarter, and more successful, helping you achieve your personal greatness. All from the perch of Ram Iyer, the thought leader, author, keynote speaker, workshop leader, and mentor.